Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Real Estate Advice, you'll learn what to look for at an open house. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, so let's take a look at this and let's dig a little bit deeper. In specific, there's really about 7 different things you want to consider when you're out there attending open houses. They can be a lot of fun, but if it's the right house and you're feeling that house, you want to take a little bit of a deeper look and look beyond the superficial to get to the core. So let's go ahead and get into the 7 things that you want to consider whenever you're attending an open house. The first thing is actually looking at the neighborhood. Before you even go into the house, before you step into the front yard or whatever, right? You actually want to take a very, very good look at the neighborhood. Drive around the community. Look at the condition of the other homes and look for obvious things like the condition of other homes. Are they keeping up on the house maintenance? Are they keeping up on the landscaping? Is there parking on the street? Are they parking in the driveway? Are they parking in the garage? Are they close to major traffic arteries like a freeway? Is there road noise nearby parks, amenities, shopping? So many different things that go into just checking out a neighborhood to make sure that it's right for you. And if you want even more neighborhood details, I'm going to make a couple links below available to you so that you can do some more scouting. So one of those links is homefacts.com. Again, homefacts.com. Now the other one is actually going to be a crime mapping link that may or may not work in your area. And if it doesn't work where you live, please tell us in the comment section below which one does. The site that I use a lot here in Las Vegas, Nevada is crimemapping.com. They are national, but I know they don't tie into everywhere. But homefacts.com will certainly give you a huge amount of information as well. The number 2 thing that you want to look for at an open house is actually the landscaping and exterior. You want to see how are they maintaining the landscaping, because sometimes what seems small can actually show you a bigger issue. It's like when I was active duty in the military and we'd have these inspections performed all the time, right? Go figure, right? Marines and inspections kind of go hand in hand. But if there was one thing, just one small thing wrong in that inspection, they started digging deeper and digging deeper and digging deeper. And normally it started uncovering bigger issues that weren't always so visibly seen. But by having a little bit of attention to detail, you always knew what was wrong in that inspection. So the same thing applies at an open house. Check out the landscape in the exterior. See what where the sellers spend most of their time and effort in either sprucing up the curb appeal or actually the home maintenance. Do they spend a lot of time pruning shrubs, planting fresh flowers, and pulling weeds? Look a little closer for more signs of care or a lack of it. Are the trees well maintained? Are they looking healthy? You know, it's really important to note this, because if you don't see what kind of shape the house is in overall, you might be getting yourself a lemon instead of getting yourself a dream. So know what you're walking into and notice any defects that may affect your offer, or that you're going to have to fix them when you become the homeowner if the seller refuses to do so after the home inspection. So just think about that, okay? The third thing that you want to consider at an open house is actually structural integrity. Now, of course, I'm not a home inspector. You might be a home inspector, but there's pretty good chances that you're not a home inspector, right? So it's important to note structural integrity to our common layman eye. And it's pretty easy for us to see, are there cracks in the foundation? Are there cracks in the wall? Are these settling cracks? What have you? Because a lot of sellers will hire professional stagers or actually use great websites that allow for virtual staging. And it makes the house look really good. It makes it pop. It helps it sell faster, right? And it's what drew you into the open house. So, but whenever you peel it back and you peel back the painting, you peel back the decluttering, you peel back the positioning of furniture to really make the house pop, what does the house look like itself? Are the floors sagging, or are they slanted? You know, do the walls show recent signs of patching or recent signs of like an issue in the ceiling? Does it look like there's moisture staining? Do the walls have cracks? You know, there's so many different things. You know, how easily do the cupboards open and close? The drawers open and close? Are they stuck? Are they opening easily? You know, look for these type of things to uncover different kind of things that you want to discuss with your home inspector and say, hey, you know, we really love this house, but when we were attending the open house, we noticed that this wall has like a crack. And we asked the seller about it, or we asked the agent hosting the open house about it, and they said that a home inspector had to come in and take a look at it. They didn't know anything, right? Well, would you please take a look at it and let us know what's going on with this, and if it's something that is something as simple as settling, or if it's worse. they're going to be happy to tell you that, okay? Now, the fourth thing is crucially important, and that's the layout of the house. The layout's going to affect your livability, your lifestyle. How are you going to live in this house? How well will your furniture fit? Now, I want you to consider this because this is something fascinating when I'm showing homes sometimes. People will say, well, this room is too big for my furniture. This room is too small for my furniture. Or, oh, geez, I'm going to have to get new furniture. You should buy the house that accommodates what you have, but at the same time, keeping and being realistic that you're likely going to replace that stuff at some point in the future anyways. So it really depends on you. If you're a first-time home buyer, you don't have a lot of stuff, okay, great. But if you're trying to say that, oh, I have a futon from my college days and I really want to take it with me into the new home and I want it in the living room, guess what? You're not going to want that futon in your living room forever. It's highly, highly doubtful. So don't buy a house around a futon. That's the moral of the story there. Buy the house based upon how it's going to fit for your lifestyle and your needs. You know, how well do you fit into it? An open house isn't exactly the time to go ahead and break out a measuring tape and graph paper and start charting out where everything's going to go in the house, but you can at least visualize it. Check the storage space in the kitchen, check the bedroom sizes in the bathrooms, check the garage, make sure that they're long enough or deep enough to wide enough to fit your vehicles and how you park your garage stuff, right? Check the closets to make sure that you're going to have enough space for your clothes. I mean, these are things that you really want to consider because you want to make sure that the layout of these rooms fits your lifestyle because that's where you're going to be living and it's the house that you're going to call home. Now the fifth thing is to take into consideration the light, the noise, and the privacy that you're going to have in that house. As you move through the rooms, are the rooms illuminated? Is it bright, natural flowing light? Some people like that, some people don't. So make sure that either way, whether it is or it isn't, that you're addressing that in accordance with how you wish to live. If you work nights, then maybe a bright light house isn't what you want. But if you work during the day, maybe you do want it because when you come home, it's sometimes dark and you want natural light coming in. You know, make sure that you're taking in those things into consideration. Note whether you're next to traffic arteries like freeways, major streets, railroads, what have you, close to airports or military bases that have jets and stuff. Check that out and make sure that you're going to be comfortable in that neighborhood. Last thing that you want to do is say, oh, I was so impressed by the open house. I made an offer, we won it, and we just closed and now I hate it. That's not cool. So do a little bit of digging and a little bit of due diligence here and actually take the time to drive around the community and get to know the community and make sure that's right for you. Drive around the areas of your city and make sure that you like those areas. If you're seeing houses on Zillow, you're seeing houses on Realtor, Redfin, what have you, right? And you like them and you want to contact an agent to help you, before you and your agent go see those homes, it's extremely prudent of you to actually drive to where you think that favorite home is going to be, and with the intent of not seeing the property, but in the intent of verifying the neighborhood and the area is acceptable to you and your lifestyle and your needs. Think about that. That'll save you a lot of time and frustration in your home buying process and help focus your search on where you really want to be. The sixth thing that you want to address are like the major systems. Now, in the summer months, it's really cool because you're going to know where the AC works, aren't we? We're going to be able to walk in, and if the AC is kicking and it's nice and cool, indicates that that major system is probably taken care of. Just the same in the winter months, then if it's nice and warm, it's nice and toasty, then we know that the furnace is probably working well. Well, your home inspector is actually going to perform a very thorough home inspection when the time comes anyways. They're going to take a look at 1,600 different items on their checklist and make sure they report it back to you, taking pictures of anything that they noted that was out of place or can be worked on. But at an open house, you can notice those things at the house. You can actually just turn on the water, wash your hands, and turn it to hot and see how quickly that hot water gets hot, or if there's an issue with that, or if it's cold, right? That would indicate a water heater problem. So different things to think about that are pretty common sense if you just take a moment and start thinking through how you would do this, right? And the seventh thing is a kicker here, and that's actually your future resale value. And you're probably thinking right now, Andrew, well, hold up. I haven't even bought the house yet. I'm just talking about going to an open house. Why the heck would you say consider your future resale value? Here's why, and that's a great question, by the way. But here's why. Because life changes. Most people move every 5 to 7 years. Life changes. Maybe you're married right now, or maybe you're planning on getting married, or maybe you're planning on having babies or have babies, and then you have more babies and you need a bigger space, right? There's different things that happen in the course of our life. Maybe it's a job relocation. Maybe you decide that you want to move to a different area of town for a job that you got closer to shorten your commute, what have you, right? There's a lot of reasons why people move. There's a lot of things that happen. So considering your future resale value is a very, very, very smart thing to do. How's that area performing in its trends? I mean, sure, none of us have a crystal ball. Sure, none of us is going to be able to predict the market with 100% accuracy in the future of where it's going to be. However, we know where we've been and we know where we are in today's market. At the same time, when you consider those points, what you can do is have a good idea based upon past performance, what future indicators may be, or future performance may be based upon current and past indicators. Something to think about, something to consider. Now go out there and enjoy that open house with these 7 tips in mind of what you want to look for. Now it's your turn. Tell me what was the single most important tip in this video for you in the comment section below, along with any of your other savvy tips you want to share. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information. If you want to reach out to me and drop me a line and say hi, if you need help finding a top agent, let me know. Always love to hear from you, and my contact info is below. So if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Thank you for watching today, team. See you again soon.